Welcome to History in the Shadows, where we bring to light the forgotten voices of the past. If you're interested in the untold human stories behind great historical conflicts, the lives of ordinary people caught in the sweep of empires and wars, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're exploring one of history's most painful and often overlooked realities. The experience of captives during the medieval wars between the Byzantine Empire and the rising Ottoman power. This is not a story of kings and battles, but of one woman's silent endurance through captivity. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss these important historical stories. If you're on Facebook, follow our page and share this video to help preserve these forgotten voices. This is a difficult story, but it's an important one. Let's begin. In the medieval era, along the Byzantine-Ottoman frontier, we witness a battlefield's aftermath. Smoke rises from broken stone houses. The air is thick with the silence that follows violence. Byzantine soldiers move carefully through the ruins, searching for survivors, for valuables, for anything of use. This is the dark reality of medieval warfare. Battles didn't just kill soldiers. They destroyed entire communities. At dawn, a Muslim village stands with silent streets and damaged homes. The fighting has passed, but its consequences remain. Standing alone among the ruins is a young Muslim woman. Our main character. She is surrounded by destruction. Her life changed forever in a single day. The emotional weight of this moment is captured in the stillness. In the realization that everything familiar is gone. She is surrounded by Byzantine soldiers. This is a controlled capture, without graphic violence, but the fear and helplessness are clear. These soldiers are not acting with cruelty, but with the cold efficiency of men following orders. She is now property to be taken. A captive of war. The capture continues as she is separated from her family in the background. We can see others being pulled away. Families torn apart by the simple mechanics of conquest. The Byzantine soldiers work methodically, dividing captives, making decisions about who goes where. This is not personal hatred. This is the brutal business of medieval warfare. In the village square, multiple captive women are gathered together. Byzantine soldiers guard them in formation, maintaining strict control. This is historically accurate. Captives, especially women and children, were valuable commodities in medieval warfare. To be ransomed, sold, or put to work. The tension in the air is palpable as these women face an unknown future. The Christian commander observes the captives calmly. His authority and control are visible in his posture, in the way soldiers respond to his presence. He gives silent orders, and the Byzantine soldiers prepare to move the captives. This is the atmosphere of command. Decisions made without emotion. Purely tactical. The forced march begins on a dusty road. Our character and the other captives walk under the guard of Byzantine soldiers. The full scope of this movement is staggering. Dozens of women walking. Soldiers on horseback surrounding them. The landscape stretching endlessly ahead. This journey will take days. Perhaps weeks. Our character is visibly tired but walking steadily. There is no choice but to continue. The realistic pacing shows this is not a quick journey. Each step is an effort. Each hour blends into the next in exhausting monotony. The captives cross open hills toward a distant fortress. The Byzantine soldiers lead the column with military precision. This is epic historical scale. Tiny human figures moving across a vast landscape, heading toward an uncertain fate. The fortress grows slowly larger on the horizon. As they approach the medieval fortress gates, tension builds naturally. Our character is visible among the captives. Stone walls tower above them. Gates open to receive them like a mouth swallowing prey. Inside the fortress courtyard, captives stand in organized groups while Byzantine soldiers maintain their guard. The cold stone environment is oppressive. High walls. Limited sky. The sense of being trapped. This is where their immediate future will be decided. Our character maintains her dignity despite obvious fear. She stands straight, refusing to collapse even as terror fills her heart. This shows human resilience in the face of powerlessness. An administrative scene follows. Medieval scribes sit recording captives on parchment, documenting their existence as property. Byzantine soldiers stand nearby as names, ages, and descriptions are written down. This shows how systematic this process was. Captivity was bureaucratic, organized, part of the machinery of medieval society. Our character is seated among the other captives inside a stone chamber. Dim torch lighting creates deep shadows. The emotional realism of this moment is powerful. She is no longer a person with a name and family, but a numbered captive in a foreign land. Days pass. Perhaps weeks. Shifting light inside the fortress holding area shows time moving forward. Our character remains captive, waiting. This conveys the crushing weight of uncertainty. Not knowing what will happen, when it will happen, or if there is any hope at all. The captives, including our character, are being escorted into a medieval trade city by Byzantine soldiers. This shows the next stage of her ordeal. She is being brought to a place where captives are distributed, sold, or ransomed. The implied slave market environment is depicted respectfully. Guarded captive groups stand while officials move between them. Our character stands quietly, trying to remain invisible, trying not to draw attention. This is a place of commerce in human beings. A brutal reality of medieval life. Officials inspect the groups while Byzantine guards maintain order. This is a systematic process. Examinations. Evaluations. Decisions made about human lives as if choosing livestock. Our character's fate is being decided by strangers who see her only as labor, as property, as commodity. A ransom negotiation takes place. Medieval officials speak while captives wait in the background. Our character stands among them, perhaps hoping that someone will pay for her freedom, that she might return home. For some captives, ransom was possible. But for most, especially the poor, there was no one who could pay. Our character looks toward the distant horizon. Fear and uncertainty are visible in her eyes. She is wondering about her family, about her village, about whether she will ever see home again. This captures the psychological torture of captivity. Not just the physical hardship, but the crushing weight of not knowing. The scene shifts to domestic forced labor. Our character is now performing simple household tasks in a Byzantine home. She is cleaning, carrying water, preparing food. The daily reality of most captives who were put to work as domestic servants. She is no longer in immediate danger. But she is not free. Time passes through, lighting changes as she continues her labor. Day after day performing the same tasks. The monotony. The way days blend together when life becomes nothing but work and sleep. Later, our character appears older and more tired, but still alive. The stone environment around her is unchanged. The same walls. The same courtyard. The same endless routine. This asks us to consider the long-term psychological impact of years spent in captivity. Night falls over the medieval city. Our character's presence is implied within those walls. There is a sense of silence after suffering. Of countless invisible people living in bondage while the city sleeps peacefully around them. Dawn breaks inside the medieval city. Our character wakes in a stone shelter. Guards are nearby. She is never truly alone. Never truly free. The cold and quiet atmosphere emphasizes the loneliness of her existence, even surrounded by people. Byzantine soldiers open gates and order movement. Their controlled authority is casual. They don't need to be cruel because the system itself controls her. Where would she go? How would she survive? The captivity is as much psychological as physical. Captives are lined up for inspection. Byzantine soldiers watch closely, ensuring everyone is present and accounted for. This shows the daily routine of captivity. Constant supervision. Constant awareness of being watched. Officials examine the groups while our character stands silently. The tedium and the tension. Waiting. Being looked at. Being evaluated as if she were not a human being but a tool. Captives are divided into smaller groups. Byzantine soldiers separate the lines, sending different women to different tasks or different households. These arbitrary decisions determine daily life. Determine who you work with. Determine your entire existence. Our character is placed into a new group with unknown women. Fear and uncertainty are visible in her face. These might become companions in suffering, or they might be strangers she never truly knows. Through stone corridors, the captives are escorted by Byzantine soldiers. Footsteps echo in the enclosed space, creating an oppressive soundscape. This is movement without freedom. Being led, not walking by choice. Through narrow streets inside the city, our character glances at unfamiliar surroundings. Seeing a world she cannot truly participate in. A city where she exists but does not belong. They arrive at a wealthy medieval household. Byzantine soldiers hand over the captives to household staff. This shows how captivity functioned. Military forces captured people, then distributed them to those with wealth and status who needed labor. Inside the household, our character stands respectfully under supervision. Stone walls. Fine furnishings. Evidence of wealth built partly on the labor of people like her. The daily routine begins. Our character is assigned basic tasks. Cleaning. Carrying. Serving. This is ordinary domestic labor, except performed under coercion. Without pay. Without freedom to leave. Our character performs domestic labor, fatigue visible in her movements. The work is hard. The hours are long. But this is the daily reality for millions of people in the medieval world, both captive and technically free. Other servants work alongside her. Some are captives like her. Others might be paid servants. Others might be born into servitude. The lines between different forms of unfreedom were often blurry in the medieval world. Time passes, indicated by shifting light through windows. Our character is still working. Hour after hour. This emphasizes endurance. The ability to continue when there is no other choice. Evening comes. Our character sits quietly after work. Exhaustion is visible in every line of her body. She has survived another day. But at what cost to her spirit? Night falls. Byzantine soldiers guard the area outside the household. The quiet tension reminds us that even rest is not truly rest. She is always watched. Always controlled. Always captive. Early morning comes again. Our character prepares for another day of labor. The repetition is emphasized. This is not a single bad day. This is her life now. Day after day. Week after week. Month after month. She carries water. Carries supplies. This is simply hard physical labor. The kind that wears down the body over time. A brief pause. Our character looks at the sky from a courtyard. Her longing expression captures everything. The desire for home. For freedom. For a life that seems impossibly distant. But the pause is interrupted. A Byzantine soldier signals a return to work. Authority is reinforced casually, without drama. There is no conversation. No negotiation. Just the silent command and the automatic obedience that captivity demands. Household labor resumes. Our character and others move silently. This is what most of captivity actually looked like. Not torture or abuse, but endless work and the slow erosion of hope. Late afternoon light fades over city rooftops. Our character is visible in the background, still working. Hours have become days. Days have become weeks. And the work never stops. Evening meal preparation. Our character assists quietly, preparing food she will not truly enjoy, serving others while remaining separate. Night comes. Our character rests on simple bedding. Fatigue and isolation are emphasized. She is alone with her thoughts, with her memories of a life before captivity. The medieval city under moonlight appears peaceful from outside. Our character's presence is implied within those walls. The calm atmosphere contrasts the quiet suffering happening inside countless households throughout the city. Throughout these scenes, we followed one woman's experience of captivity along the medieval Byzantine Ottoman frontier. Her name is never given because her name was not recorded. She was just one of thousands, perhaps millions, of people whose lives were defined by forces completely beyond their control. This was the reality for countless individuals during centuries of warfare between empires. While historians write about battles, treaties, and the rise and fall of kingdoms, individual human beings like our character lived and died in circumstances they never chose. Suffering they did not deserve. Captivity they could not escape. Her story represents all those who were captured in wars. All those who were forced into labor. All those whose voices were never recorded. Whose names were never remembered. Whose experiences were considered too ordinary, too common, too unremarkable to preserve. We tell this story not to judge one side or another. Both Byzantine and Ottoman forces took captives. Both Christian and Muslim societies participated in systems of forced labor and slavery. This was a widespread reality of the medieval world. We tell this story to remember that history is not just about kings and generals, but about ordinary people whose lives were shaped by forces beyond their control. Every great empire, every military victory, every expansion of territory came at a human cost paid by individuals like the woman we've followed. Her resilience, her endurance, her survival through years of captivity speaks to the strength of the human spirit. But it also reminds us of the systems that crushed that spirit. The structures of power that treated human beings as property. The wars that destroyed lives in the name of faith, empire, and conquest. Thank you for watching History in the Shadows. If this story moved you, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more forgotten voices from history. If you're on Facebook, follow our page and share this video. Leave a comment below about what these hidden stories mean to you. Until next time, keep remembering those who were forgotten. Keep honoring those whose voices were silenced.
Back to work! Move those stones faster! We don't have all day!
Could you pass the bread, please?
Yes, take this piece here.